Hello friends, today I am going to share my experience of my trip in Kumbh Mela in search of Naga sadhus. I boarded a flight from Agartala and around a journey of 3 hours, and at around 5 o'clock I reached Prayagraj airport, from where I took a bike, though there were government organized taxi facility, but taxi were not going in the core of Kumbh Mela ground, so I opted to take a bike. The bike very skillfully through the traffic, it took me to the Mela ground, and on the way I had crossed the Gange station. Airport to Kumbh Mela ground is around 22 kilometers, and the Grand Trunk Road bridge, which is crossing the Ganga river, is around 8 kilometers. The bike took me through the crowd where only totos and pedestrians were allowed. At last I reached the ground, and it was a very thrilling experience. So I had to go to the sector 20, so towards east side through Grand Trunk Road I walked and crossed the bridge. This side of the bridge was Devarganj station, and on the other side there was Jhansi station.
ये सागर साहब है, मेरे को बाइक पे लेके आए हैं। कभी तो अगर ज़रूरत होगा साहब सागर साहब से मदद मांग लीजिए।
So my biker dropped me near Devaganj station, and I climbed the overbridge towards Jhansi station, and then I had to go to the 22 sector. In the bank of Ganga, I had a tent space in 22 sector in Akhara. So I kept on searching. There was very poor mobile network, so it was very difficult to communicate. But ultimately, I went near the Dumuru gate and I found out my colleagues, and they took me to the. It was a nice place. I had night prasad, and around 1:30 at night we had to take a dip in the chilling water of Ganga. What an experience! But only one thing, after the bathing was complete, I couldn't recognize from where I came out and where my colleagues were, so I shouted their name and they found me out. It is very difficult, really, to find out which place you were coming into the water. So, after that, we returned at our camp and had our breakfast in camp. Later on, we had Harihar Puja Prasad. It is a ritual to have this prasad after every Kumbh Snan. Then we had to return to Varanasi. We asked the police, traffic police, for the nearest motor stand, but they told us that the motor stand is around 500 meters only, but we kept walking for 35 kilometers and we around 6 o'clock reached there where there is no bus. And we managed to share a vehicle and went to next destination, Kashi. So the only thing is when you bathe, you lose your direction. Actually, if you are in 22 sector, the railway beach direction is the north direction. The Grand Trunk Road bridge is the north direction, so that way you fix the east. So if you are facing the north, your right hand side is the east. In that direction, you take a dip. It was really a great experience seeing the sadhus, seeing the Naga sadhus, getting their blessings. It was a really an experience which cannot be explained, has to be felt. The peace of mind, the peace of soul, the prayers to my ancestors. This is a procession of Naga sadhus riding the camels, horses, and adorned vehicles on chariots. Some are displaying their weaponaries and martial art techniques. Some are Adi Shankaracharya's sects. Naga sadhus of various sects, one by one going for Shahi Snan of Muni Amavasya. At around 3 o'clock, we left the camp and we proceeded towards the motor stand. The police people were not very aware of the locations and they made us walk for 35 kilometers. Only one thing you should be very cautious about is, since these are all tent structures, there is a possibility of fire and should be aware of the crowd. This Kumbh Mela is very special as Jupiter or Guru is in Brisho Rashi. These celestial planetic combinations comes after every 144 years. So it is very special this time in Prayagraj. Please like and share to others.